Hey guys, welcome to this today's. Hey guys, just a quick update on the market situation, right? So we have here, right, the Tuesday session. So the previous episode we looked at the charts, right, before the market opened, and we see that it has actually gone up quite significantly, quite aggressively during Tuesday's session. Okay, so you can see that it opened at about 518, right? So this is SPY representing the S&P 500 in the US stock market, right? So from about 518, it had gone all the way up to about 530, right? Almost 530. So this was actually quite an impressive jump. And you can see that, right, before the dump off, right, the dumping on Monday itself, right, Monday where it reached a low of about 508, right, we can see that it was SPL was previously trading at about 530 ish. Right? Of course, at the high, it went up to about 550. Right, that was around last week Thursday. Okay, so however, the recent times we see that it's about 530 ish, and right now we can see that in the pre-market, right? That means the market hasn't opened yet at 9:30 p.m. Singapore time, but the pre-market there is some light volume trading going on. It is close to about 5:30. Okay, so you can see that that very sharp dump off, right, dumping on Monday itself. If we had actually bought some stocks, right, or we actually sold some puts to hold on to them, right, and we could have actually gained quite profitably, right, over these past 2 days. Okay, so this is the overall situation for the market, and we can see that right now, based on the 15-minute candle, it is more or less quite a bullish trend, right? So first thing is we can see that generally is going on an uptrend, right, in terms of the stock price. Second of all, again, looking at the EMA, right, the 5 EMA is now crossing above the 20 EMA, right? So again, this one is a bullish turn, a crossover, and it is also now coming above, right, both the VWAP, the blue line, and also the 200 EMA. Okay, so this 5 EMA has now crossed above all these indicators. So quite a strong indication of a bullish trend, right? So this is something to take note of. So on a larger time frame, right, let's say if we were to zoom in to a 1 hour, or let's say, okay, let's look at a 1 day situation, right? So on a 1 day chart, we can see that generally, of course, it is still up on the year itself, right? We can see that in January, right, it was trading about 460 plus. Right now, it is at about 520 plus. Okay, so still largely on a very positive upward trend, right? And you can see that the candles tend to respect the 20 EMA quite nicely, right? So at times when it decided to dip over, right, it took some momentum to push up again as well, right? If you guys can see. Okay, so every time it touched the 20 EMA, it bounced off, right? So 20 EMA became a very strong support. And when it went below the 20 EMA, right, it became a resistance, right, where it took more effort to push through. Okay, so right now it is of course below the 20 EMA and also the 5 EMA, right, on the 1 day candle, right, but still supported nicely by the 200 EMA. Okay, so over here, these are some of what we see right on this chart. Okay, so right now, it may still look a bit volatile, right? But if you guys are holding on to some shares, you may still consider holding on, or if you want to still accumulate more shares in your portfolio, then this is something that we can still consider, right? Of course, looking at your specific portfolio size, right? So let's take a look at another share for reference. Okay, so let's take a look at Tesla, right? So Tesla right now is quite off, right? So just about 1 month ago, it was trading at about 270, right? And right now it's at about 200. Okay, so you can see it has actually gone down quite substantially just across 1 month. All right, and then again, right, if you look back to around April, it was trading at about 1.3 something, right? So within just 3 months, it more than doubled, and then now it has come down quite aggressively. Okay, so if you look at just a 1 day chart, right, this time frame, we can see again that it's a bullish trend, right? So Tesla, in that sense, also correlates with the SPY, right, S&P 500 quite nicely. Just now we saw that on the for the SPY ETF, right? It was actually on a downtrend, and same thing that we can see here for Tesla, right? So we can notice this very strong relationship. So probably when SPY goes up, right, Tesla will also be tracking the movement. Okay, so for now, on the higher time frame, or 1 day time frame, we can see that the 5 EMA is now below, right, the 20 EMA, and also it is now almost touching, right, both the VWAP and the 200 EMA. Okay, so depending on how it goes later on, right, on a shorter time frame, let's suppose we look at the 15 minutes again for the last 2 days, right? Let me just zoom this in. Okay, so we can see again on Monday itself, there was also a massive dumping, right, to about 189, right, in the pre-market. And later on, it opened at about 183, only to bounce all the way back to about 200, right? So you can see in just maybe a few hours, right, if we had bought, then we have bought Tesla at quite a low price. And you can see that it's actually quite a big movement, right? Almost about 10% increase, right? From the lowest to about the highest. Of course, this is way off the high of 270, right? But this is still quite impressive for just a day itself. And it has now come to, let's looking at Tuesday, right? Tuesday generally quite flat for the first hour or so before it started to move up a bit, right? But this is less, right, of a rise compared to Monday itself. Okay, so depending on how it goes, we may or may not see more movement in Tesla. It may also stay stagnant, right? This one we can't predict. We can only take a look at the movements of the candles, right, to see how it unfolds. Okay, so this is just a brief market overview, right, of the US market from the Tuesday session, right? And hopefully you guys got some insights from this short video. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.